Well, a lot of us look to the internet for help for a lot of things, and there's a lot of information out there, especially for members of the military who are looking for financial help. The key is knowing which sites to use and also relying on the internet to bridge the distance when you're overseas from your loved ones. CNN.com live anchor Melissa Long joins us now with more. Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Ali. Well, there is an aggressive program called Military Saves that you can read about online, and the woman leading this financial education program was a military chaplain for 5 years. She says 90% of the people she counseled were dealing with financial problems, and that's why she says as a civilian she is now leading Military Saves. Its tagline, Build Wealth, Not Debt. It is sponsored by the Department of Defense, and there are more than 300 military installations all around the globe participating in Military Saves. There is a Saver Pledge, and this website also has basic reminders that we can all rely on to stop spending frivolously. Ali?
Well, Melissa, when you're away and you're trying to focus on your job as a soldier or in the military, what's the advice for being in control of your finances when you're that far away?
Of course, it can be challenging, and Military Save says if you are single, find someone you trust to take control of your finances, and make sure it's someone with good financial skills. Don't just rely on a family member. Now, if you have a bill that is regularly a certain amount, pay a little bit extra so there's a cushion just in case. And if possible, the obvious, put your expenses on automatic bill pay. And yes, a home can be a good long-term investment, but of course soldiers often move, so keep in mind you could be stuck with multiple properties or forced to take losses. It is a difficult housing market, as you know, Ali.
All of that advice is actually good, even if you're not deployed, even if you just live in the United States and you're not in the military. Now, homes may not be the wisest long-term investment if you're going to be away. What are some other good investment options for soldiers?
Well, for soldiers deployed to the qualified combat zones, there is a terrific savings vehicle. It's called the Savings Deposit Program. It's a non-retirement plan, and those who qualify can stash up to $10,000 in the account with up to 10% return rate. That is high. Also, Military Saves encourage soldiers and their families to take advantage of the Thrift Savings Program. The TSP is a retirement plan, just like a 401k. All service members can participate, but there is no match like so many of the 401k programs that we're all familiar with.
You know, many Americans are getting their stimulus checks right now, Melissa. One hope is that people are going to spend that money to stimulate the economy. That may not be ideal for a lot of people, especially if they're carrying debt. A lot of financial advisors are recommending that people put that money against their debt or into savings.
Yeah, Military Savings, Ali, doing just the same thing. It encourages soldiers and their families to check with the defense credit unions or military banks for incentives that may be there to open new accounts that are savings accounts or add deposits to existing ones. Military Saves, in fact, mentions one in particular. It's Langley Federal Credit Union out of Virginia for people who are new to saving. It features a tiered dividend rate, and you get the highest rate on really small deposits. And again, small deposits, so this is a program for new savers to encourage them to make those early contributions to that initial nest egg that we're all trying to create and really create that saving mentality. Ali?
All right, there's some good opportunities there and some good advice available to military members and their families. Melissa, thank you for bringing that up to us. That's very informative. For live events, breaking news, and the day's top stories online at any time, go to CNN.com/live and you can see Melissa there. Well, America's economy is issue number one, and we here at CNN are committed to covering it for you. Tune in every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. Eastern. That's 9 to 10 a.m. on the West Coast.
Thank you for joining us for this special edition of issue number one. I'm Jerry Willis.
And I'm Ali Velshi. Let's get you up to speed on the latest headlines in the CNN newsroom.